Hello everyone, let's meet Annaliese, my lovely colleague, who exactly 2 years ago put my CV through to the hiring manager, and here I am, working together. Would you like to say a few words about your work?
So I've been with the company 3 years. I'm a talent acquisition partner. I've got a few groups that I look after within the business, and one of them is the people team, which is how I came about recruiting Anya. And I do some other stuff, some projects about hiring experience and interview coaching.
We're in the car today using our lunchtime very productively.
Yeah.
Preparing for
Christmas party. I love shopping. Anya hates shopping, but when we come together, we get stuff done. We do, don't
Very
we?
well said. One of the challenges that foreigners may have is that when we have the foreign last name, we sometimes may think that it may put people off from putting our application forward. What's your experience with that?
So this is not how I feel, but I am aware that it is a problem, and it would be wrong of me to say that it isn't. My sister-in-law is Slovakian, and she felt a real difference in responses to her applications from her maiden name to her married name. So she wasn't really getting anywhere. As soon as she married my brother, she then started getting responses back, and then she did get a job. But what I would say is those companies that might do that, you wouldn't want to work for them anyway, so it is a blessing in disguise. The main thing for me though, I don't care what your name is. I might be a bit worried about how to pronounce your name when I ring you up. I still can't pronounce Anya's name properly or spell it, but it doesn't matter. I don't think you mind, do you?
I don't mind. It's a good point. I would be more than happy for someone to just ask me how, and people do that, how to pronounce or make an attempt, and it's just always a pleasant thing to me. So we always joke about that,
and
so
we laugh at us trying to put on a bit of an accent as well, don't we, sometimes?
Shall we try pronouncing my last name? Try it. Let's see 2 years later, let's see.
Challange.
Yeah.
I've practiced that.
That's really good. We didn't rehearse that. Right.
But yeah, for me the main thing, doesn't matter what your name is, just as long as your CV is clear. I can have jobs where there's like 100 applications, so I'm not looking at your name, I'm looking to see if your application is clear, if it really says the experience that I'm looking for. If it's missing something, it's kind of explaining that it's something that you're looking to do and develop in. It's the format and the ease of reading your CV that's important to me, not your name. And sometimes it's just stuff that has a little bit of personality to it as well that makes me go, oh, I want to read on about this person, and this person sounds really interesting.
No, Annaliese, you're brilliant with the interviewing coaching. I've seen you doing a skills festival, and I know you are volunteering to do that. What are your top advices or for interviews? For anyone?
It's definitely preparation. You should treat it like you're preparing for an exam, but you should rehearse some of the really clear points that you want to get across. And then maybe for people that might have an accent, I know that when Anya has come away from a weekend or a week away with a family, she talks a lot quicker and she talks a lot stronger with an accent. So it might just be that you maybe just before your interview you call up somebody that is maybe outside of your family that you can kind of just get back to speaking at a normal pace, or when she's really excited about something, sometimes I have to tell her to start again. So it's just maybe taking it a little bit slower and just thinking about that. It's not a problem that you've got an accent, it's just making sure you're clear, and that's whether you've got an accent or not. Now,
the interview itself, I know the confidence is an issue, and you probably come across this quite often.
All the time. I think it's the key barrier to people performing in an interview. If you've got an interview, we believe, or the company believes, that you have the skills and experience to do the job. They wouldn't just invite you in for no reason. There's something about you that's interesting. They think this person might be able to do it. And the only way that you're kind of going to get over that is sometimes with practice. So you might have to go through a couple of bad interviews to realise what went wrong, but you need to come out of an interview, you need to say, how did it go? Maybe write it down, because a week later you won't remember anything from the interview. So kind of reflect on it, practice, treat it like an exam. It's all about the prep.
I do believe in getting and asking for feedback. What's your view about someone being very proactive for reaching out for any feedback for an interview?
I think it's great, and if they want to have an honest conversation about feedback and ask me for some tips and stuff, I'll just go with thinking, do you know what, that's really great. They're really into development, and they do deserve another chance. So that would stick in my mind. So if you do ask and you just say, just for my own development, I'd like to know your thoughts on maybe what I could have done differently. And sometimes recruiters might try and be too nice about their feedback as well sometimes. And that's what I've come across in interview coaching. If you're prepared to hear something that, you know, might not be that favourable, then you just need to say, look, that really doesn't help me. Please, can I have some more detailed feedback? I don't mind if it's development, you know.
Yeah, it is a great thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we know the candidates have to prepare. How companies can prepare for an interview?
I think that is a really good point, actually, and I don't think companies do enough. So we expect somebody to come in to an interview, bound in, really excited to have the opportunity to come for an interview, but some candidates might have not had an interview for years. Some candidates might be quite nervous, not have the confidence. Some might have been rejected for a job that morning. So I would ask managers, do you really make that person feel comfortable? Do you put the best environment forward for someone to really flourish? And if somebody's nervous or doesn't have confidence, do you know what, once you get talking, and if you've got a great environment, that person will come out of their shell within a matter of 10 minutes. It's normal to be nervous, but I don't think companies do enough and recognise the emotional side of candidate experience. So managers, do you give that environment and do you give that support to your candidates?
Amazing. Thank you very much. Now, to the very important point that Ryan raised in the previous video, I won't ask you on a scale of 0 to 10 how messy is my car, because I know you will tell the truth, but let's see what's in the back of my car. Can you find anything? What makes my car messy? Looking for excuses.
So she has some balloons, there's bouncy balls, there's a hood of a coat. I don't know where the rest of the coat is. There's like there's some dead daisies in the front.
I love spring. I want spring to come
To be
back.
fair, it's mainly kids stuff.
Yes.
So it's not your mess.
It's very handy to have kids. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you next time.